So guys, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and this one here video is going to pertain the issue of access to records, which I know has been an issue regarding a few emails from you viewers, is how I went about obtaining the surveillance footage and such of Lauren. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. There is a misconception put forth to injured workers and such that when you get a decision on your file and you would like to make a review on that decision and you ask for claim disclosure of your file, that everything that you're getting in it is everything that should be obtaining to the claim, but it's not. And so when you go onto the WorkSafe BC site, you can go onto any WCB site across Canada, you'll notice that there's a forms section up at the top of the website, and when you go there, there's 3 different types of sets of forms. One's for the employer, the other's for the worker, and the other's for the attending, healthcare. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into the workers forms and scroll down, and you'll notice a lovely little thing called access to records. Now you're going to want to print that out, and that's the form that I used to obtain the material that you've seen so far over the last couple of months with the surveillance and such. So over the since December, I have done 4 access to records requests with a lady by the name of Deanna Hamburg. Now, my last one was February 25th, so I should have had it 30 days because they've got 30 days. So I should have had it, the end of March, but of course it's the middle of April, and I haven't received my last access to records for Lauren. But in the since December, I have received well over an additional 4,000 pieces of paper, CDs, and numerous other things that I've kind of showed you. I've had to request access to records now, like I said, a couple of times, and each time that I do it, I seem to be getting a little bit more and more surveillance footage, which, as you probably noticed from the bits that you have watched, it doesn't seem to be in its entirety, and that's because it's not. And so the last one that I did in February, I made some things very, very specific to the intake officer for the right to access to records there, requesting probably about 10 very specific things that should be contained in the file that are not. So that's where injured workers and their supporters tend to have a huge misconception. And Lauren has filed numerous reviews without the entirety of his claim and things within WCAT that he's lost, or has won in some mind-skewed, weird way, but still lost. So when people get, or an injured worker gets their claim disclosure file, it is not everything that is contained in the entirety of the claim. I have, and Lauren's lawyer at that time has received many claim disclosure file packages, but never did they ever contain the material that the access to records had. Now, one thing that's alarming is that we went to WCAT for the issue of whether or not Lauren was entitled to CRPS, or whether or not, Lauren was entitled to a second opinion on whether or not he had CRPS, whether or not he had CRPS, and whether or not they were going to accept him for CRPS, as well as transportation and a couple of other things at that time. Went to WCAT, lost. hands down, we lost December of '07. So the footage that you guys have seen is from July of '07. So what I guess is in question, and which raises a lot of questions, is did the lady that did Lauren's WCAT have the right to see that video surveillance before making her decision? Did she, various other things that just a million things actually that come into mind when I'm thinking about these access to records. So what I've gone and done is I'll kind of see if I can't show you a quick little blurb of the form, which is very important. So like I said, just go into your WCB website. You'll notice a section there where it says Forms. Click under the section where it says Workers. You'll notice one underneath there that says Request for Access to Records, or it'll just be Access to Records. Now, that's what you're going to want to print out. And I'm just going to see if this little web thing will pick it up. But it's a request for access to records. Oh, kind of flickering there. And so you're going to want to print that out. And that is how I have obtained all of the surveillance and other stuff that you guys have seen up to date. Now, it says here details of requested information. Now, I can't make this clear enough. When printing out in that little box, be as specific as possible. And what I did was I put, claim number for this person, all and every bit of information that has his name, address, and of course addresses, and anything attaining to that specific claim number. Now, there's, like I said, I did one in February that should be here by now, but seems to have either gone wayside or, well, let's just say it's not here yet. So I think I might have to give Deanna a call and see if maybe something's gone. I don't know. So anyways, that's what you need to do. Okay, there is a huge difference between claim disclosure. That's when you get a decision made, you want to do a review of that decision made, and you get request claim disclosure. That is not everything in your claim, unlike they'd have you to believe. What you need to do is print out the form for access to records. Now, and that brings you to the Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Legal Services Division of your particular workers' compensation, which is very important. Unlike where your claim disclosure comes from. So that's what I have to date. I do have some other footage of surveillance that came on a second disc when I did the second request, but still not everything that they have. So I've had to do a third one, like I said, been very specific in what I was requesting, and haven't received it yet. So I will keep you posted on that. I've done a lot of editing in that regards, and there's a few more things for Purvey and just a whole bunch of stuff. So, keep watch over the next couple of days, though. I will be doing a video on, exactly what WorkSafe BC has, taken the time to, or stepped up to the plate and manned up, if you will, and are taking care of Lauren within relative means at the moment. So, got to give them the honest where it's due, and plug along at exposing what still needs to get talked about and issues that still need to get addressed. But for those of you that were confused on the difference between the disclosure and access to records, hopefully this video has cleared you on that and can send you on your direction. If you need the email address for that, just watch at the end and it'll be up there, or the link for the form will be up there. So thank you again for watching. Have a lovely day from the Forbes house, and keep your emails coming. Bye.